there was an issue with my camera, so yeah. I actually have a story to tell everybody. So I went to a open mic event and I decided to do improvised storytelling at the open mic event, which was super awesome. I see Parat in the chat. Thank you for being here. So this was Tuesday night, Tuesday, January 20th, and I clicked a Zoom link, got into the Zoom room, and it was pretty cool. I've been to these events before. They are run by a woman named Hannah, and she's the founder of this community. The community is called PAL, and I went, like, my camera's on and my mic is on and everything, and at the beginning of the event, everyone was able to introduce themselves, talk about what kind of art they do, and then after that, there was a sign-up list for who would be sharing some art for the night. And yeah, then the artists started to share. I got to watch a music video by one artist. Another artist shared a song that he has, I think the song was finished. It was a really, really amazing song. And then there was another song from another artist and another song from another artist. Lots of songs, lots of music. And then when it was my turn, what I really wanted to do was an improvised storytelling. I consider that to be art. I don't know if other people consider it to be art, but I do. And I had the intention of talking about YouTube, telling my YouTube journey, improvised storytelling. And I think it was really great. Like, I think I should more often talk about my journey with YouTube and maybe polish how the story is told. Sometimes I tell 4 different stories in one story and I go off on all these other paths, and I know a person that used to be annoyed that I did that. See, I'm doing it right now. Hey Jarvis, I see Carl in the chat. Thank you guys for being here. So yeah, improvised, just spoke my truth about my YouTube journey, turned into my artist journey. And then something that I gathered from that experience was, if you don't, you'll never know what happened after you did. And I realized that there are things that come to my mind as an idea of an experience that I can have, and if I never do it, I'll never know what would have happened if I did it. So it's something that's really inspiring me, especially because I have all these dreams and I'm excited to see what will happen when I take action. Hey, Roderick. I appreciate the question, but it's a little bit more information than I feel comfortable sharing right now. Hi, Steve. Thank you. My paychecks from YouTube come from the super chats. that I get. So right now, all of my income comes from the community. My art is community funded. It can be a long journey to get to income as a YouTuber. You need to have 4,000 watch hours, which I do not currently have for the ad revenue part. Oh, that's a little scary to say something like that. User BK7KG, and you've said it twice. Hi, I see you in the chat. I see Steven saying you are very welcome. I see La Kesha Ross in the chat. So yeah, I was really excited to tell the story of the open mic night that I went to. It was really awesome. I feel so warm inside from sharing art, and I mean, that's really cool. It's nice to have somewhat of an established flow with YouTube. I know I can live stream whenever I want to. I know I can pick up the camera and document anything that I want to, which is something that I've been doing. I didn't always feel free to turn on my camera in every single moment. I didn't always feel free to tell any story that I want to tell. So just from living with myself, I notice how much more free I am to tell any story, document anything with my camera, and like that is just so exciting. So it's really cool to grow as an artist, a YouTuber, documenting my journey, telling my stories. Another thing I'd like to do while you're here is share some recent pieces of writing. As usual, I've been writing. I place my pieces that I'm most inspired to share on patreon.com. I have a community called Ari Star, and it's a great place if you'd like to see some of my new writings. You can join as a free membership, or if you'd like to support financially, you could have a paid membership. You get access to more writing when you do that. I don't know how many people that are in the audience enjoy reading writing by a writer, but I guess I'll find out. Yeah, so this next piece of writing is called Space Home, and I'm gonna go ahead and read that. Bye, Vinny. I just wanted a space of my own where I could get away. The voices of others were so loud, I almost never heard my own. I just wanted a place for me. I can't arrive at the home I once called home. I needed a place to be away, a place that is eventually home. It is not true that I said that to Vinny. I said maybe. I was unsure about doing a tarot reading today. That's the truth. Hi, Lakesha. What did everybody think about Space Home? Here's another piece. It's called Occupying Time. Thank you. Thank you, that's so kind. How do I occupy the time I write? I might compose an entire symphony, or write a script that ends up on TV. I write, heart feeling light as a kite. I soar through the sky. It doesn't matter if I am a girl or a guy. I'm here, writing. And that is okay. That is allowed. It is even wonderful. Just to pass the time. Just to find some joy. Just to feel a little bit lighter than before I started writing. I appreciate being able to share all this writing. I did just ban someone. I want to let everybody know that if you're ever telling a narrative that just absolutely is not true, I most likely am not going to allow that to continue happening. The truth is really important here. Sometimes it can be hard to find it together because we might have two different perspectives. But yeah, the comment was to quit disrespecting Allah, and I'm not doing anything to disrespect Allah. So, yeah. No disrespect. Thank you for listening to my writing, if you were able to hear it. Like I said, there's a lot more on my Patreon. Earlier, someone put in the chat that I was trying to push my Patreon. I imagine that people might enjoy reading my writing. I don't know if that's delusional. I don't know if it's incorrect. But from my point of view, I'm sharing something that people might enjoy, and if people don't like it, they won't be here for it, obviously, I hope. But yeah, I don't want to push anyone to do anything they don't want to do. If you like reading writing, if you're interested in more of what I have to say, you know where it is. Mr. Slim, I see you in the chat. If you listen a little longer, you'll find out. My very amazing, I guess it's not really my very amazing, but anyways, this amazing poem that I actually just lost my train of thought. I don't mean to talk about a poem at all. So there's a YouTuber named Whitney Simmons, and I wanted to tell a story about Whitney Simmons. Lakesha Ross writes, I love reading, so maybe I will read it. Perfect. Beautiful. Yeah, anybody that identifies as a Black person, you are probably doing awesome, and I hope everybody's doing what they want to do and being who they want to be and feeling free to do so, feeling safe to do so, having all the resources to do so. Definitely. Yeah. Definitely. So back in the year 2017, I was watching YouTube videos and I found a woman named Whitney Simmons, and I, for the first time ever, thought about being a YouTuber myself. And that moment is why I'm YouTubing today. It's such a strong moment in my life. And this woman, Whitney Simmons, she's pregnant right now all of the content she's posting, she's having a baby, and it's just making me think about how much time has passed. Of course, Whitney Simmons has her own life, and it's full of meaningful and intricate moments in time. But, to me, she's had a place in my life because I've watched her videos for so long, and I see what she's doing. I see what she's up to. I see all her workout videos, and I'm like, wow, like, it's amazing. It's amazing how much time has passed. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Anissa. How's it going? I'm going to take my attention away from my list of stories that I wanted to tell and just focus on the chat for the rest of the stream. I see Ivan in the chat. I am feeling feelings I have never felt before. Ooh, yay, more dance videos. More dance videos. I would say yes, there are more dance videos. Definitely. I've been more tired than usual. I don't know if you can tell. Can you tell how chill my energy is right now? My boyfriend's grandmother passed away yesterday, and death is fascinating and strange. I like that it brought everybody together. I really loved spending time with everybody. I was with so many people in the family yesterday. Hi, it's Panda Time. Thank you so much for your membership. Thank you for adding some financial support to Life from Ari, my new YouTube channel name, and I could talk about that a little bit. Seeing you here just kind of brought me like a boost of energy. But yeah, it's beautiful from my perspective to experience death. Every single human, as far as I know, will experience it once. And, there's a beginning and an end to the journey of existing as a human. But I don't think that life itself ever ends. So I'm excited if I ever get any little hints or nudges about what the consciousness of this beautiful person I knew, what kind of journeys they are going on. And I appreciate your comment, Lakesha. I see you. I appreciate that. I see Emily in the chat as well. Thank you for being here. Yeah. I see Funk Congress in the chat. Thank you. Yeah, I would like to be more at peace. Just telling myself that every experience is I don't ever really cheer people up intentionally. Maybe we have maybe you meant to say something else. I don't know. But I'm definitely feeling a lot of sadness during this time. So first of all, it's hard to put in the effort to bring happiness to someone when the person themselves feels a good amount of sadness. But also, I'm a person, I believe every emotion that everyone experiences is valid. I believe everyone's emotions that everyone experiences is meant to be, and I don't ever intentionally do anything to change anyone's emotional state. I choose to bring acceptance to where people are at emotionally, and that's just like the way I move through life. So, yeah, something that is happening in the future, I won't talk about because it's a future experience, but I might tell you about it in the future when it's done. Aw, that's sweet. That is really sweet. I don't have any of her recipes, but that is a good idea. Yeah, maybe will I be doing something to honor her life? What I do have are her paint supplies. So she was an artist as well. Her paintings are incredible. She painted watercolor landscapes. I have her brushes. I have her watercolor paints. She gave them to me while she was alive. And so something I did yesterday was paint. And, maybe I could think about the whole family while I'm painting, and it could be something that I could give to the family. A painting idea, yeah. I see James in the chat. Yeah, a painting. Yeah, possibly. I feel a little bit insecure because my paintings are very different than the paintings that Marilyn would do, but I think everybody would understand that we are two different people. But I could try to do something that brings up like a feeling of connection and family. That would be nice. Thank you everyone for being here for my live stream. If I were to If I were to remember the end of my time, I think I'd love to sing longer. I think I'd love to sing more often. Don't worry. Just let it come through, be real. I think about the times we've had. I remember so many tables we've sat around, so many stories told, gather round. I remember smiles and hugs. I remember beauty and trust. If I look back, it's okay. Just means I love you, and I'll say thank you for the courage to sing my song. Thank you for the loving you've always shown, so much love. Let's catch up with the chat. I've never done that before. That's for sure. I've never done that before. Aw, I really appreciate seeing all those emojis. I see J King in the chat asking if they're a country that you would like to go visit, where would you go? Indonesia. I've been asked if I am a man, and I've been asked if I am a girl. Very interesting questions. I was born female, and I think I still am.